Louis from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. Yeah, I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put in 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Good. 180. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Mayfield to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First down, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. They got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up and to great success.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting. Last week it was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Third down and 11.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Play action now, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now it's Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Check 37. Let's go.
Now Gurley. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Packers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team scout.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Watch tight end. Wait.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Jameis to throw it. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And again, it's Mayfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Mayfield looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? White 25. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Mayfield now. He's going to air one out. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Hurry, hurry. Pistol. Smooth. What's the ball? Let's get the set.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll throw again. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 26. Flip.
Throwing, Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
180!
Check 45.
Tight down.
On third down, Mayfield. And he'll find Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And a Packer first down.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second and 10, Mayfield. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
180!
On first and 10, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This is Homer. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on touchdown, Packers. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's convert.
From the gun, Winston. Escapes, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw, Winston. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
From the 17, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another carry now for Gurley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Ebron caught left side. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And some room to maneuver. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Packers.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. A gain of 3, second down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Here we go.
Back to throw. And Winston lost the football. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive